Hello, my dear students. My name is Ruchi Yadav, and today we will be learning a very important yet very interesting chapter, that is Animal Kingdom. Yes. So, my dear students, you must have observed various organisms around yourself, right? You must be knowing that there are around 1.7 million organisms are known to be existed on the planet Earth, and animals are one of them. So in your previous grades you must have learnt about the animals. Now let us just revise what are these animals. So animals are multicellular. That means they are made up of n number of cells, made up of multiple cells, right? We can also call them as metazoans. Then animals are eukaryotic. They are eukaryotes. That means they have well defined nucleus. They also show heterotrophic nutrition, right? Unlike the plants, they cannot synthesize their own food. Cannot synthesize their own food. For their food, they are dependent on the others. Then they show holozoic mode of nutrition. Holozoic mode of nutrition. What does it mean? It means that the first food is ingested. It is taken inside. Then it is digested. Right? How it is digested? By the enzymatic actions. Alright? Then we can consider that the animals they can also show growth. Right? They can change their place. They can go from one place to the another place in search of food, right? Or mate, or trying to escape out from the enemies. So they can change their place. Not all of them, yes, but most of them. Then we can consider that the animals, they also have sensory structures and neurons, right? So locomotion and sensory structure and neurons, they are not compulsorily present in all the animals. So there are certain exceptions like porifera, Poriferans, they do not show locomotion because they have sedentary life. Then they do not have sensory structures and neurons. All right. So these are the certain characteristic features which are found in the animals. Now let us just try to find out what is the need of classification, right? Why do we need to classify the animals? Here comes the question, the need for classification. Need of classification. Let us just try to find out the answer of this question. Let's suppose you have discovered, right? You are a biologist and you have discovered a new organism. Now you want to place this particular organism into the 5-kingdom classification system that is existing right now. All right. Now how you are going to place the particular organism into a particular group? Here comes the role of classification. Now this classification is going to help you out in assign a systematic position to a newly described organism, right? So this is the role. Okay, on the basis of this classification system, you can easily provide a particular place to a newly described organism. All right, how you can provide the particular place? On the basis of similarities and differences, right? So whether it shows more similarities with a particular group, accordingly you can place that organism into a group. All right, my dear students, let us have another example to have a better clarity about the need for classification. For instance, if you want to learn about the various organisms which belong to a particular group, right? So what you need to do is just study about the characteristic feature of a particular group, and you will be knowing all the characteristic feature of various organisms which belong to that certain group. All right. So this is how it is going to make the study easier and convenient for us. Okay. Now, moving on to the next, that is how we have classified the organism. So basically, this kingdom Animalia is broadly classified into two subkingdoms, and then further it is classified into the phylums. Now let us just understand what are these, right? Yes. So basically, the animal kingdom, it is, or we can call them as metazoans, because they are made up of multiple cells. Now these metazoans are broadly classified into two subkingdoms, right? Subkingdom Parazoa and subkingdom Eumetazoans. Let us just understand about the parazoans first. So parazoans, they are the primitive metazoans. They are primitive metazoans. Why they are called so? Because they have cellular level of organization. Cellular level of organization. What is the cellular level of organization? This also we are going to learn in detail. Okay, here I am just trying to make you understand certain terminology so that you will be getting your mastery over to the terminologies. All right, yes. Cellular level of organization, what does it mean? It means that they have various types of cells, right? So various types of cells, they are grouped together and each cell is performing its own function. So this type of level of organization is known as cellular level of organization, which is found in the phylum, in the phylum, the very first phylum, that is Porifera. Now comes the eumetazoans. What are these? Eumetazoans, they are the true metazoans. All right. Why they are known as true metazoans? Because these animals have tissue level of organization. They have tissue level of organization. Tissue level of organization is found in the two phylum, that is phylum Coelenterata, also known as Cnidaria. Then phylum Ctenophora. These are the two sister phylums which possess tissue level of organization. Then we have organ level of organization. Organ level of organization, right? Where various types of tissues are organized to form an organ, right? And this organ is specialized to perform a particular function. This type of organization is found in the phylum Platyhelminths. In the phylum Platyhelminths, also known as flatworms. Now, moving on to the next level of organization, which is organ system level of organization. Level of organization. This type of organization is found in the higher animals, starting from the phylum Aschelminths, then phylum Annelida, then we have Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. Alright, so these are the various phylums on which the animal kingdom is classified, right? Yes. So basically, how we have classified them, how we have arranged them. So we have arranged them according to their complexity. So poriferans, they are the simplest. They are the simplest animals. And chordates, they are the complex one. They are the complex one. So you can see that the chordates, they have given the higher place because they have their complex body structure. Now, starting from porifera, then coelenterata, up till the hemichordata, they are known as non-chordates. They are known as non-chordates, right? Whereas the last phylum we are having chordata. So non-chordates are those which do not possess notochord. Now, what is this notochord? Basically, notochord is a rod-like structure which is found in the early embryological stage, right? Yes. Then there are certain organelles which possess this notochord for the lifetime also, right? And in the chordates, this notochord is there, right? Whereas non-chordates do not have this notochord. That is why they are also considered as non-chordates. All right? Yes. Let us talk about the basis for classification, right? Which I have already told you what are the basis on which we have classified the animals. Let us just have a look and discuss all of these in detail. I hope till now you are familiar with all the terminologies which I have already used in the basis of classification. The very first which we are going to consider, that is level of organization. Basis of classification for the animal kingdom. The very first which we are going to take up is level of organization. So this level of organization, basically it signifies the arrangement of cells. The arrangement of cells. Right? Since we already known to this that the animals are made up of multiple cells. Now how these cells are arranged? So basically these cells are arranged into 4 types. The first one is on cellular level of organization. Then they show tissue level of organization. Then there are animals, those have organ level of organization. Then there are organelles which show organ system level of organization. Right? Yes. So basically starting from cellular level of organization, what does it mean? It means that there are various types of cells. Let's suppose this is cell A and cell B, and we have this is how another cell. So these are the various types of cells, right? Cell A, cell B, and cell C. So they are grouped together. They are grouped together. So here we have loose cell aggregation. Loose cell aggregation, and each cell performs an individual function, right? So here we are having a group of cells, but these cells are different in their origin and their function. Okay, so such type of organization is known as cellular level of organization, where individual cell is performing its individual function. All right, yes. So this type of organization is found in the phylum Porifera, or commonly known as sponges. This is a very basic type of organization. All right, where you can see a very little labor of division also, because each cell is specialized to perform its individual function. Moving on to the next, that is tissue level of organization. In tissue level of organization, you can find that the group of cells which are similar in origin, which is the cells which are similar in origin, right? And this particular group of cell, it is known as tissue. let's suppose, give it a name, tissue 1. And it is specialized. This group is specialized to perform a particular function. A particular function. Right? Yes. So this type of level of organization is found in the phylum Coelenterata, also known as Cnidarians, and Ctenophora. Now moving on to the next, that is organ level of organization. So in organ level of organization, basically different types of tissues, or we can say that all the 3 types of tissues like ectodermal, mesodermal and endodermal in origin. All the 3 types of tissues, various tissues arranged to form an organ, right? Here the organ is formed and this organ is specialized. This is specialized to perform a particular function. Perform a particular function. All right. And this type of level of organization is found in the phylum Platyhelminths. Right. And these platyhelminths are also triploblastic. They are made up of 3 germ layers. Right. What are these triploblastic? This is also we are going to discuss in detail. Moving on to the next, that is organ level of organization and the highest level of organization, where various organs assemble to form an organ system. And now this organ system is specialized to perform a particular function. A particular function. Right? Yes. So this type of organization is found starting from the phylum Aschelminths to the phylum Chordata. All right. Yes. So these were the various type of level of organization which are found in the various organisms. So my dear students, I hope this today's discussion is going to help you out in bringing more clarity and understanding about this chapter. I do understand that most of the students find it difficult to memorize new terminologies and the examples. But definitely I can assure you that by the end of this chapter, you will be very much familiar about all those terminologies and the examples, right? Yes. Yes. So basically in our next class, we are going to discuss about the another basis of classification, that is germ layer. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you so much.